Hey, how's everybody doing? My name's Alan, and today, guys, we are going to be taking a look at a microphone by FiFine. I'll be honest with you, I'm not too sure how to pronounce the company name, but I've looked at a couple of their mics before. If you saw the past reviews, I did their lavalier mic, and then this guy that I'm using right here, a dynamic microphone that plugs in through my mixer. Today, we are going to be taking a look at this. It is the FiFine K052. It is a desktop gooseneck microphone that they claim is good enough for recording YouTube videos and streaming. Right now I am using this guy, the dynamic mic. You'll definitely be able to tell the difference once we switch over, because the other one doesn't go through my mixer, so it's going to be just a raw cut sound. But quick little background, I've been doing YouTube videos since roughly 2012. So, and audio is very important, and I'm really picky when it comes to audio. I've never really liked gooseneck microphones, and so I'm going to tell you if this thing is good enough to stream or good enough to record video, and I'm going to tell you, my honest opinion on it. So let's go ahead and jump right into things. Okay. All right, so first I want to talk about the packaging that it came in. The packaging was great. It wasn't anything very fancy, as you saw with the box, just a brown box. It came with a little user guide over here that tells you about the optimal distance and what kind of microphone it is. For those of you wondering, it is a condenser microphone with a cardioid pickup pattern. What that means is it hears what is directly in front of it better than it hears anything else. So if you veer off to the sides, kind of like this microphone, if I move over here, you can probably tell that the sound quality changes quite a bit, and I become a lot quieter because it doesn't pick up as much to the sides or behind it, which is wonderful for making videos and having a YouTube channel in general. But anyway, so yeah, the packing, it was just a plain box, nothing special. It has the microphone on it, has their logo. The packing inside of it, though, was very impressive. I don't know if my camera's picking this up quite well enough because, well, it's very white, but it's very, very thick foam, and it is molded to the shape of the microphone inside. So that way it ensures that even if the UPS guy decides to play football with it, it's going to be just fine when it reaches you. Okay, that being said, yeah, it is a gooseneck microphone. It is very, very flexible. You can bend it any which way you want. It has a mute button on it and a volume control, which is definitely a perk for if you're streaming or recording and you're looking at your recording software like OBS or whatever, and you notice that you're peaking or your audio levels are too low. You don't have to fiddle with the program. You can just reach down and adjust the volume knob accordingly. Or, say, you're streaming and your significant other, my dear lovely wife, walks in the room and wants to talk to you for a second. You can just quickly hit that mute button. And yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty handy feature to have, in my opinion, for streaming and content creation in general. The microphone itself, the construction is very good. It's plastic base. The button feels very clicky and solid for the mute button. It's probably just toggling it on and off right there. So you stereo, we're available. And then the gooseneck is interesting. The gooseneck is metal. It's got a very solid metal piece right here in the center and another flexi bit down here at the bottom. I've not seen a gooseneck microphone constructed in this way, and I do have to say props on the construction. It feels a lot better and a higher quality than any gooseneck microphone I've ever touched. But I am biased, though. I'm not a fan of gooseneck microphones. I've had bad experiences with them in the past when I was starting out on YouTube and Twitch. The sound quality just wasn't there. They picked up every sound in a 360-degree pattern around me, and it made it feel like, yeah, it was not a good experience. But this guy kind of solves that since it's cardioid. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the sound of the microphone. And that being said, I'm going to switch over to that microphone right now. So I'm going to mute this one. And now you should be hearing me come across the FiFine microphone. Now I'm not going to do any editing in this clip right here or well, I was using both FiFines, but I'm not going to do any editing. I'm using the K052 right now, just plain flat audio coming from it. I have the volume on it set maybe a quarter to a third of the way up. The audio levels in OBS, I'm watching the meter kind of flash back and forth across the stream. It looks pretty good, pretty decent, about the same as what I was getting on this guy, the way I have it set with my mixer. The audio so far, I had a little bit of a listen to it earlier, and I can say, to me, the audio sounded very crisp, very clear, and there wasn't really a lot of background noise. Now, I use filters on OBS for my streaming mic and my recording mic, this lovely guy here, to eliminate any background noise and set it so it only picks up me when I'm talking, and the rest of the time it just sits there going, I'm bored, I have nothing to do, I'm not listening, nah. This guy, I'm not running those filters right now, so I'm going to shut up for a moment and let you guys hear what it's picking up. Okay, well, here's a good test. Cars driving by. And a dog barking. Anyway, so yeah, without those filters, it does seem to pick up a little bit of background noise, but it is not nearly as bad as anything else I've ever used. I do live in a very noisy environment, as you can tell with those dogs barking and whatnot, and the car driving by. I'm in the front of the house, closest to the road. I live on a busy road. I've done my best to soundproof the room, but I live in a country town, and everybody has loud vehicles, so it's difficult to record content. But the audio on this, like I said, is clear, it's intelligent, it is better than any Gooseneck microphone I've ever personally used in the past. That being said, I do find it a little bit flat, lacking a little bit of life, a little bit of color characteristics, which can all be fixed in editing if you're recording video. If you are streaming live, you could probably use an app like Voicemeeter. Oh my, computer sounds incoming. Dismiss that. I know. You can use a program like Voicemeeter to colorize it, add a little bit of flavor to it. It has kind of an EQ built into the software, which is what I would do with a microphone like this. I would run it through, something like that if I was doing any live streaming. That way I could bring out the bass of the sound, the bass in my voice, etc., to make it sound a little bit clearer. Now, would I use this microphone? All right, now that the train has decided to not totally just be extremely loud and obnoxious, and it's gone. To answer the question, would I use this microphone if I was starting out on YouTube or Twitch? For its price point, let me just bring up the Amazon page here for it, shall we? I know I have it here somewhere. Maybe right here. Yeah. For its price point, $27.99, that is a low-budget microphone in my eyes, and it is not a bad choice. It is not a bad choice for starting out. Would I use it now, as I've been, evolving my channel, evolving the technology that I use, the microphones I use on a daily basis? If you're to the point where you're doing this, you've done this for a while, and you're serious about streaming, then no, I wouldn't use it for that. If I was starting out and just getting my feet wet, it is a very good microphone for that. It is a great microphone for starting out. The price range that's in is very competitive. You can find some very, very good microphones in the same price category. This one is not nearly as obtrusive as a lot of those, because a lot of those, let me see if I have, no, I don't have it laying around. I have a cheap $20 condenser mic that I bought a while back, a long time ago, when I had my blue snowball burned out, that I was using for quite a while before I got a mixer. And it was big, it was kind of bulky, and it was always, never could find a good place to position the darn thing. And then the blue snowball is about this big, yeah. And that's like an $80 microphone right there. And the 25, 26, sub $30 microphone that I replaced it with was just as good as the blue microphone. So in this price point category of, $30 and below for a decent microphone, it is very competitive. This is definitely high on the list of microphones that I would recommend if you were starting out, because it is clear, and having a flat vocal is not necessarily bad, because it gives you the opportunity to enhance it in editing, in production, and that's never bad. It's just like professional cinematography. They would prefer when they're recording video that it be flat, not so vivid, not very saturated. That way it's easier to work with in post-production to get the exact kind of look that they want. Same thing goes for audio. It's better to have a flat audio and edit it and get the exact sound that you want in production when editing than it is to have a over-exaggerated audio at that point. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a quick cut here. And now on this clip, this is with a little bit of editing, a little bit of just a really little bit of editing in my rendering software, my editing software I use for making videos. And you can definitely should be able to tell a vast difference in the way it's sounding. I am still using the FiFine K052, the little gooseneck microphone. But it should sound a lot different. It should sound better than it did before. Not saying that it sounded horrible before, because a lot of these microphones like this, the audio is just so bad, but this one is actually really good. So yes, I would definitely say that in the price category that this microphone is in, if you're wanting to get into media creation, YouTubing, streaming, it's a good choice. You can definitely not go wrong with it. So there'll be a link down below to the Amazon page that's right there. So you guys can find it if you are interested to it. And if you're watching this on Amazon, guys, look up NeoCrypto on YouTube, because this video is also over there. And hey, come on by the channel, see if you like my content. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you found this useful. And if you were thinking about buying this microphone, let me know in the comments down below, because I'd be curious. So far, I'm a fan of the FiFine. I mean, I've been using this guy right here since I reviewed it, and I've been using it over a company that makes this microphone, which is a dynamic range microphone like this one. And I've been, Behringer is the one I just showed you over there. I used to use pretty much nothing but Behringer when it came to dynamic mics, and even my mixer is a Behringer mixer, because they're professional quality, bands use them, etc. I mean, I had in my high school days, that's what we used in my band, was Behringer mics and mixers. And it was a brand I went with, but since I checked this guy, I've been using it. I love it. I love it. So FiFine definitely makes some quality microphones. Definitely go check them out. I will leave a link to their website. All of their mics are available on Amazon.com though. So yeah. All right, guys, till next time, this is Neo, and I'll see you later. Bye.